Louisiana Beer Reviews Pontoon Brewing's Fruit Cup Volume 2 Berliner Weisse. Made with raspberries and lime. Thank you, John Anilli of Georgia Beer Reviews, for this can. He gave me a lot of stuff. Too much, actually. I'm trying to get through it. I guess I've been going kind of slow. It's almost like I want to go slow because I don't want to drink them all up. Brewed and canned in Sandy Springs, Georgia by Pontoon Brewing Company, LLC. I don't know where Sandy Springs is, actually. 8 IBUs and 5.6% alcohol in a pint can. It says ale. That's your disclosure, ale. You'll notice any beer can or bottle is going to give a disclosure, and it might be very low profile, you know what I mean, like over on the side somewhere where you don't even notice it. You know, the marketing description might be flavored malt beverage with color added or something, but on the side somewhere it'll say flavored ale or flavored lager or flavored malt liquor or flavor whatever it is, or so it has to be what it says it is. That's Tax and Trade Bureau. You can look that up. What is the website? ttnb.gov. I can't remember, but they have very good tutorials on how to label alcohol. Let's see. No, I didn't put any notes. I have notes for Ain't That a Peach, but that'll be another review. I really couldn't find anything. There really isn't much to say because I couldn't find anything on their website. Beer video reviews would be John Anilli and maybe one or two others. I have to check, and then me. And Beer Advocate didn't have this listed. Rapier has it with, I think, what, one review. So now look how red this is. A pink head of foam, an opaque pinkish red appearance. That is something to see. Now, do they have color added? I bet you they do not. Doesn't say anything about that. That's the thing now. Everything's flavored, right? Beer, craft, craft, mass-produced, macro, middle pro, micro. It's all seem like everywhere you turn, everything's flavored with this, flavored with that. Peanut butter, caramel, hot sauce, MSG, whatever. One thing you'll notice about the craft beer companies, though, they won't be using, generally, sometimes they do, but usually they're not using food coloring. The mass-produced companies might have natural flavors. Could be artificial too, like Four Loko tends to be artificial, but could be natural flavors, but almost always be natural. It'll be food coloring added. They don't say that here, so I guess it's just coming from the fruit. Raspberries, obviously. Smells a little fruity. Little of that milkiness that these Berliner Weisses tend to have, like a milky sourness, like not sour cream, but like a sour milk taste and aroma. Yeah, there's always a little bitterness on the bitterness scale, the International Bitterness Unit scale, but they'll be extremely tart, which is a type of bitterness. And but there isn't an international tartness scale, I don't think. But if there was an ITU, this would be very high, like about 82 tartness units. Get a little of that sour milk. I'm having trouble swallowing it because it's extremely prickly in the carbonation. Highly charged, prickly, tiny bubbles. Tiny bubbles. Don Ho. All right. Just on the tongue, when you just take the sip, it's extremely charged. High medium mouthfeel, so sort of viscous. 5.6, I think that's a pretty good ABV. Berliner Weisses generally, though, you notice sometimes they'd be I noticed maybe they're changing, but over the years they used to always be around 3.8 to 4, 3.8 to 4. This is a little unusual, 5.6. I think in Europe they're all like 3.8, 3.9. Medium dry finish. Well, what can you say about these? They're like a fruity. I'm trying to think what they would be like. They have alcohol, but a fruity. Dessert, dairy dessert, like something you get at Dairy Queen. Yeah, they almost resemble that, like a carbonated dairy cream, fruit cream, frozen fruit cream thing. So if you want to drink a beer that reminds you of these kind of fruity cream sickle, but with real cream aspects, natural fruit from like I was going to say the ice cream man, but those are all like processed food, but like from a gourmet ice cream shop, this might be something that you would like. If you're not into fruit flavored beers, you might hate it. Very crackly. Lacing is going to be minimum. I have a feeling there's going to be some sediment at the bottom, but I don't have time on this video to do a swish and pour. It's too tall of a can, and furthermore, it's opaque anyway. It's just going to take something cloudy and make it cloudier. But I do believe it'll cloud up more. Not really my style, but you might say, huh, not your style, but about all you do now is flavored beers. It's about all I can get. But if I was looking to drink a flavored beer, this would be almost like a perfect pick. I'm sure it's about $5 a can, so you're probably looking at $20 a 4-pack. But this would be a perfect pick. There's no off-putting aromas, flavors, or any weird mouthfeel. The body's appropriate. The finish is perfect. Sometimes you run across a perfect or nearly perfect beer. This is one of those times. Thank you, John and Neely, for this. The score. And remember, I'm scoring a style I don't even like. Particularly lime. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Lime, raspberry. They're all kind of like mixed. They are mixed. Can't really differentiate. Just think of citrus fruit. Huh? You got it. If you wanted to go really low, you could say 98, 9.8 out of 10. You could say, well, it's a 2% problem area that I can't even determine what it is. But that would be low, 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 low. I think you could say 100 out of 100. You could say outstanding. I would go with that. 100 out of 100. An outstanding product. A perfect Berliner Weisse from Georgia. So Laissez Les Pontoon Relais, a 100 perfect beer. If you want to nitpick, say a 98. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to hot, humid, southeastern Louisiana.